It's been almost a whole entire year since I recorded the last episode. Trying to be back. I'm trying to come back. I'm trying to get back to doing this because I kind of missed this. So, if you follow me, you know I have started this podcast like three or four times now. And I'm trying not to like get frustrated and delete it and be like, no, it's not good enough. No, just keep changing my mind. I really do like podcasting, and I like listening to podcasts too. And I don't know how people don't get frustrated with it a little bit, even just a slight. I do, because it's hard, I guess, in my opinion, because I feel like I'm only talking about me and my kid and me and my kid and me and my kid only, which, yes, I do talk about us a lot because, my son has a lot that happens, that goes on. And I'm going to give you guys an update on him. So, as of last year, October 15th, 16th, whenever the last episode was published, no surgeries, which is great. If you don't remember, we were in an accident back in 2020 or 21, one of those two. I don't remember because I try to block that out. I know it was around COVID time. COVID messed everybody up. And it messed me up. And the following year, which was still a part of COVID, messed me up. So I think COVID was 2019 and 2020 for the most part. And I do remember when we were at the hospital for the accident being a house fire. That's what was put on paper. But if you ask me, the person did it on purpose. The person did it because they were mad at me. Because they had tried to get my kid because they wanted a kid so bad. They thought that they were going to get mine. And I wasn't giving my kid to somebody I knew that wasn't stable. And at the point when I had my son, I didn't know if I even wanted to be a parent because all the things I had went through as a kid myself. And I didn't know if I was good enough to be a parent, so I was going to give him up for adoption. But once I had him, I said, hell no, he was coming home with me. He's my child, and that's what it was. So he belonged at home with me, and that's where he has been since. So she was still mad over years of her not getting him, which I never told her she was going to get him. She made that up in her mind that she was going to get him. And she even convinced her parents, her friends, her family members, her boyfriend, that they were getting my son. And it was even brought to my attention. Prior to me getting pregnant, me and that person weren't on speaking terms. Because I tried to exit the friendship so many times. I saw her for what she was, and I tried to let her back in, which I regret, and I shouldn't have. For years, off and on. I cut her off. Her dad would convince me to talk to her. You're her only friend. She doesn't have any friends. You're the only person that will talk to her. And I'm like, yeah, because your child's crappy. Your child's shitty. Your child's not a great human being. And I knew it. I didn't want to be her friend. It was to the point that, not the last time. Stop it. Sorry, guys. My TV. My TV is talking. Stop. Anyways, hopefully it doesn't do it again. I'm sorry. And the time before that, when I had my apartment, she literally had her dad come to the house at like 3 in the morning. And I'm like, that's weird. That's odd. And he stayed at my house till like 12, 1 o'clock. I didn't sleep. My kid didn't sleep. I thought it was weird. I thought it was odd. I even asked her, can you call your dad and tell him to leave my fucking house? Because I asked on multiple occasions, when are you leaving? He's like, oh, I'm leaving in a little bit. And a little bit turned into hours and hours. And I kept asking, and hours and hours. And I finally told her, I said, listen, your dad has to fucking go. I need to get some sleep. I can't sleep with essentially a stranger in my house. Granted, I knew her dad, but I also knew some other stuff about her dad, and I was not feeling it. Nothing weird as far as kids go, as far as I know, but I knew that he... So on the other hand, in public, he would be like, oh, she's like my daughter. He would say I was like his daughter. But behind closed doors, him and his ex-wife, which is her mom, was like, oh, we should have a threesome. We like you. We think you should be our girlfriend. And I'm like, no. I'm a fucking young adult. What do I want with you old people? No, I don't even know. And the daughter thought it was okay too. And I'm like, man, now I see why the other daughter left. Or she just don't deal with y'all. Don't fuck with y'all at all. So I was uncomfortable as fuck. So I got him to leave, and I said, don't ever fucking tell your dad to bring his ass to my house anymore. Like that. Especially by himself. And she kept trying to convince me that, oh, it was nothing. It was nothing. It was gonna be nothing. It was nothing. And I'm like, I fucking don't believe you. You are the same human being that ran around telling everybody you were gonna get my child. And when it was brought to my attention, I said, no. Who told you that? And they're like, her, insert person. I'm not gonna say their name because their name's not worth being mentioned. She said it. And I'm like, look at her, go to her and I say, why would you say that? I never told you you were getting my kid. You were not getting my child. So this is why you came to the hospital with me when I went into labor to deliver my child, and then gets mad because you're not getting my kid, and then tries to threaten me and be like, oh, well, I'll just leave you at the hospital. I'm going home. I'll go home. You're not going to have anybody to take you home. Oh, babe, don't worry. I actually have multiple family members that live around me that will come get me, or that lives around this hospital that will come get me, that will take me home, that will make sure my kid gets home and I get home. Your threats are empty and they mean nothing. They're fucking worthless, right? So I guess she held on to that shit and decided that she was going to leave the stove on and all the burners on because she knew my child was autistic. She knew my child was nonverbal at the time. He ended up getting diagnosed with selective mutism a few years after that. And at this point, he was nonverbal. He only nodded yes and no, pointed at things that he wanted, and that was his form of communication. They were going to get a AAC device at that time, and they never did. They never followed through. They just was like, oh, we'll put that on hold. And they never went back to it. So when I brought that up years later, they was like, oh, it's just going to be a hinder to his speech. And I just was like, okay, whatever. Y'all just don't want to give it to him. Cool beans, fine. I'll just do it on my own as a parent. And I did. So I have a iPad with one of the apps on it, and he uses it sometimes, especially out in public. That's when his selective mutism really kicks in. So I wonder, is it like that in school too? I'm not there enough to know. So After that, he ended up touching the stove. She even tried to leave her infant at the time in the house with me. She was going to just leave her kids, go to a whole nother state and start over. That's what she told the cops. That's what she told me. She failed to tell child services that, though. She told child services a whole nother story that they fucking believed. Until this day, they believe what she told them. I told the truth what happened. And then when she admitted to the cops everything, she got nothing. No, they didn't put handcuffs. They did not arrest her. They did not do anything. I couldn't even sue. I was told by multiple people that I couldn't pursue any more charges. I couldn't sue. I couldn't do anything. I had to watch my kid sit in the hospital for 6 months, fighting for his life off and on. Potentially getting limbs amputated due to the injuries, but luckily he didn't. I had to go through all that, and on the other end, this bitch was still calling and not asking about how my kid was, but calling to vent. And I said, listen, I can't. Oh, and then not to mention her mom passed away on the day of her son's very first birthday. I personally think that that's karma. That's karma. She never got an autopsy done for her, so she doesn't even know what her mom passed away from. She just chopped it up as a heart attack, and I'm like, you don't know that though, because you never got a full autopsy. And her thing also was with me is that she wanted me to help her fund her mom's cremation. And I said, that's not my mom. I'm not financing shit. I'm not even sending $1 because, bitch, you don't care about my child who almost died multiple times while in this hospital. Why the hell would I care about yours? Why would I care about your mom? So we quit talking then. And then she had one of our mutual associates in like 22 or 23 call me, beg me to talk to her because her dad had just passed. Same situation. I don't give a shit. I'm not financing shit. Didn't get an autopsy done for him either. So she doesn't know what her parents really passed away from. She thinks that he passed from a blood clot or cancer, but they had told her his cancer did not return. So, and they didn't find a blood clot. From what they told her. She wanted me to finance that one too. No. So she did all that because she thought she was getting my kid, and she still didn't get him. She wasn't going to get him. So you wasted your time, energy, effort. You injured a child. You put your child in danger. You put my child in danger. All for what? Because you accomplished nothing but received the same thing that I received, which was you can't work around kids for like 10 years. And that will be up soon. So I took that and said, it's time to go back to school. It's time to finish. Time to go do what I was supposed to do back in 2016. So originally I went for early childhood education and found out real quick that's not for me. They don't pay enough. I can't support me and my child on that. Oh my God, it's doing it again. I'm sorry. Annoying. Sorry, the TV again. So, needless to say, from the time my son got out of the hospital from the accident till now, I've been working on getting my associate's degree. And I know people will be like, hey, why does it take so long? Because I have a kid with his own disabilities. There's moments where I just don't have the energy and cannot do it at the moment. Classes, I'm doing it online mostly. Sometimes I go to school and do a semester or two in person, so I'm kind of hybrid. And right now I'm on a break because I'm paying out of pocket. I lost my financial aid a long time ago. I tried to get it back as well because I felt too many classes and I didn't meet the GPA average, the standard or whatever. So I pay for majority of it out of pocket. So I pay what I can. So I can do about 3 classes, which is a little over, almost $2,000. Almost paid for classes over the summer, and it would have been like $2,000. Expensive. So depending on money, I might be able to do August. If not, I'm really shooting for January of 27. I have 6 to 8 classes left, or I have 60 credits to get first, whichever one happened first, which probably would be like 6 classes, but it's a couple classes I wanted to try to redo, but I don't know, because like I said, I'm paying out of pocket. So almost super close to getting my associate's degree, and I want to go get my degree in law. So I need to go get a bachelor's, a master's, and a doctorate, which I'm motivated as heck to go do it. I don't care how long it takes. I'm doing it. So back to my kid. So no surgeries, which is a plus, which is good. I'm sorry, I ramble. I ramble a lot. So no surgeries, that's a plus. School went well. He passed to the 5th grade. His goal was to bring his reading up this year, and he did that. Now, what's he gonna start out with this year? I personally don't know, because he has refused to read over the summer. So they have about a month, a little under a month, about 28 or 9 days or so until they go back to school. And the sleep is off. It's like they'll sleep all day, they'll sleep till 3, 4 in the afternoon, they're up to 5, 6 in the morning. And I'm like, Captain, you gotta get this together. So I'm trying to get him back on a routine so that when he starts school in a few weeks, he can already have his ducks in a row. And I'm gonna get him back to reading here in the next week, so that when he goes back to school, he's reading at a 5th grade level that he should be reading at. He's pretty smart. He can read everything. He's just hard to decipher and comprehend what he just read. He reads really well. So the thing that the school did this year that they didn't do in the past is send a weekly report or a monthly report on his progress, on like reading, spelling, all that stuff, which is helpful for me because I got him back into, or getting him back into speech therapy. And that's good because I can hand them those reports, and they can be like, okay, hey, we can work on this, oh, I see this, and we can work on that. So that's partially what we're working on. And he has appointments from August to the end of the year, so I'll definitely be letting you guys know if we are going to have another surgery or not. But everything else went well. Like, everything else went good. I just cannot believe that it's been so long since I haven't done an episode. So I also wrestled with the fact of, do I restart the podcast? Do I start it? Do I not start it? Do I continue? Do I not continue? I'm going to continue because this is something that I like to do. This is something that I love. I do it for free and I don't do it for the money. I think about doing it for the money, but I don't. I literally do all this by myself. And honestly, almost deleted the 2 episodes that I had did in the past. But I saw that they were getting plays and listened. So thank you for those who listen. Thank you for those who continue to listen and follow. And hopefully I can grow this and not restart this again. And that's the update. And I'm sorry about the rambling. Also, if you have anything that I can add to these episodes going forward, let me know. You can email me at indiacgriffin@gmail.com. That's India, INDIA, the letter C, Griffin, GRIFFIN @gmail.com. Or you can inbox me on all the social media platforms. I do check my DMs all the time. I check my messages on FB. I check my TTs. It's hard on TT because you don't know who's a scam and who's not. And stay tuned for another episode. And also, I want to get people on to tell their story as well. So I'm going to see who I can reach out to that is willing to come on and do that. Because I don't think my friend's going to. And she has a story to freaking tell and she just refuses. And I guess she just doesn't want to, which is fine. But she told me that she would. So I'm going to try to catch her on her next vacation, which is coming up, and see if she'll finally do it. So thank you for tuning in, listening, and hopefully we can get this better. And stay tuned.